There are legends in American sports whose stories feel almost mythical. And then there is Magic Johnson, a man who didn't just play basketball, but transformed it into a spectacle of joy, power, and imagination. Yet behind the fame, the wealth, and the championships was a childhood full of humiliation, a young adulthood full of tragedy, and a career nearly destroyed by fear and misinformation. His life has been a constant battle between darkness and light, between Irvin and magic, between survival and greatness. Before the world called him Magic Johnson, he was simply Irvin Johnson Jr., a boy raised in the crowded neighborhoods of Lansing, Michigan. Born on August 14, 1959, into a home with 10 children, he slept shoulder to shoulder with his siblings under thin blankets. His father, Irvin Johnson Sr., worked exhausting double shifts at General Motors and then drove a garbage truck at 4 a.m. His mother, Christine, cleaned classrooms until her skin cracked. Hard work was a constant in their home, but relief rarely came. The deepest wounds of Irvin's childhood came not from poverty, but from embarrassment. Between 1964 and 1967, he rode with his father on garbage routes. Kids pointed at him, laughed, and called him Trash Boy. He scrubbed his clothes over and over, but shame doesn't wash out. At school, integration battles pushed him into Everett High School, a mostly white environment where students threw rocks at his bus. Teammates refused to pass him the ball, and classrooms went silent when he walked in. At just 14 years old, he learned what it felt like to be treated like an outsider, but he refused to break. At 5 every morning, he walked through freezing streets to an outdoor concrete court, a place without judgment. There, the ball became his escape. Every insult became a dribble. Every cold stare became a shot. His iconic no-look passes didn't begin as showmanship. They began as survival. They were the one thing he could control in a life full of chaos. By the mid-1970s, Irvin's talent could no longer be ignored. In 1973, during a high school game, he dropped 36 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists. A reporter looked at the stat sheet and whispered the word that would define him forever. Magic. Irvin was torn. He loved the name, but feared he might not live up to it. His mother warned him that only God performs magic, but destiny had already chosen him. Then, tragedy struck. In 1976, his best friend, Reggie Chastain, died in a car accident. Reggie was the one who passed to him when teammates refused to. Losing him broke Irvin, but it also sharpened him. When Everett High School won the state championship the following year, he lifted the trophy toward the rafters for Reggie, a silent promise fulfilled. In 1977, Irvin took his determination to Michigan State University, playing under coach Judd Heathcote. By 1979, the nation watched as he led his team to victory against Larry Bird in the NCAA championship, a game that changed basketball forever. The boy humiliated as Trash Boy was now a young man named Magic Johnson, and the world had only seen the beginning. When he joined the Los Angeles Lakers in 1979, basketball changed forever. Showtime arrived, faster, brighter, and more electric than anything the NBA had seen. Magic didn't just play, he conducted. His smile energized arenas. His passes felt supernatural. Every game became an event, and then came the moment that crowned him king. The 1980 NBA Finals. With Kareem Abdul-Jabbar injured, the Lakers' season seemed doomed. But on the flight to Philadelphia, 20-year-old Magic sat in Kareem's seat, a silent message that he would carry the team. He then delivered one of the greatest performances in sports history. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, playing all 5 positions. A rookie had become a champion, and Showtime was born. Through the 1980s, Magic reached heights few athletes ever touch. 5 NBA championships, 3 MVP awards, 12 All-Star selections. But the world didn't see the pain underneath. His back locked after long road trips. His knees swelled. Expectations felt heavier than any defense he faced. Behind the smile was exhaustion, pressure, and loneliness. Yet he kept performing because bringing joy to others was the only way to silence the shame of his childhood. Then came November 7th, 1991, the day the world stopped. Magic sat before reporters and announced, "Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will retire." Silence swept the room. In 1991, HIV wasn't understood. Fear replaced facts. Magic, once celebrated, became a symbol of a deadly stigma. Teammates hesitated around him. Fans cried. News stations interrupted regular programming. Even at home, fear consumed everything. His wife, Cookie, just 7 weeks into their marriage and pregnant, waited for test results that could change their lives. When they learned she and the baby were safe, they collapsed into tears. Magic admitted that his diagnosis came from reckless choices early in his fame. "I thought I was invincible," he later said. He attempted a comeback during the 1992 NBA All-Star Game, and he played brilliantly. But misinformation followed him. Some players refused to compete near him. His coaching stint with the Lakers in 1994 lasted only 16 games. Basketball had moved on without him. But Magic Johnson refused to disappear. Instead, he reinvented himself. He walked through underserved neighborhoods in Los Angeles, recognizing something familiar. Communities full of potential, but ignored by corporations. He wanted to invest, but banks rejected him, telling him to stay in sports. So Magic built his own path. He launched Magic Johnson Enterprises, reopening the Baldwin Hills Theater and proving that urban communities could thrive. His biggest business breakthrough came when Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz asked him whether premium coffee shops could succeed in working-class black neighborhoods. Magic said yes, and he was right. Those Starbucks locations grew into busy community hubs. When he sold his stake in 2010 for $75 million, the business world finally recognized him as a powerhouse entrepreneur. His empire continued to grow. Real estate, insurance, entertainment, and major ownership deals. In 2012, he became part owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Later, he added stakes in the LA Sparks, LAFC, and in 2023, the Washington Commanders, part of a record-breaking $6 $5 billion purchase. By 2025, his net worth exceeded $1. $5 billion. Through all this, his family remained his foundation. His eldest son, Andre, born in 1981 with Melissa Mitchell, grew up mostly with his mother as Magic traveled. Magic later admitted he wasn't present enough. But over the years, they rebuilt their relationship. Today, Andre works by his father's side, helping run the company. In 1992, Cookie gave birth to EJ, whose confidence and openness inspired millions. When EJ came out as gay in 2013, Magic feared for how the world would treat him. Cookie grounded him with one sentence: "This is our son. Love him first, learn him later." Magic listened and grew. The most terrifying moment came in 2018, when their daughter Elisa survived a violent home invasion. Her fearful call shattered him. In that moment, championships and business deals meant nothing. Only his daughter's safety mattered. Today, Magic lives with HIV as part of his daily routine. Medication, monitoring, discipline. Age makes everything harder, but resilience remains his greatest strength. Cookie is always by his side, noticing the smallest signs of struggle, supporting him like she has since 1991. Magic still works out every day, not for looks, but for life. He still invests in communities, still builds businesses, still inspires others. His empire grows, but what he values most is presence. Quiet breakfasts with Cookie, laughter with his children, and gratitude for every day. He's still here. He no longer needs the spotlight. He no longer needs applause. Because when Magic Johnson looks in the mirror, he sees a man who survived, rebuilt, endured, and rose again.